power has nothing to do with it. I just naturally have a negative personality!
Siree, there's some things money can't buy. You see that depression? You can't buy that. You gotta earn it.
God, Usopp, arguably the most influential Straw Hat next to Luffy, and one that has the fandom so divided, you think he's John Cena himself. They say when Usopp walks, volcanoes burst. Only man I know that has more of a noticeable nose than Owen Wilson.
Wow.
But hello there guys, it's Gabrani here, and since it seems like we're at the end of the Wano arc in One Piece, one of the arcs that's been hyped up since Punk Hazard itself, I'm glad we finally got to see it and have Zoro get his story going, you know, being from Eastside Wano. But for future One Piece arcs, I can't wait to get to ELBAF, and I know a bunch of you out there that likes One Piece who can't wait to get to ELBAF as well. An arc that also has been hyped just like Wano, with the focus being more towards on Usopp, a fan favorite. And I think that one reason why Usopp hasn't even got a crazy power up, don't get me wrong, the pop greens and the opening observation hockey in Dressrosa is cool and all, but that was more of a needed for the situation power. No, I believe our god Oda was holding off Usopp power till ELBAF for a reason, and I'm here to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about the potential power-ups and stuff that's going to happen in ELBAF. So sit back, relax, and it's time to set sail.
Monkey D. Luffy wants to become king of the pirates. The only problem? He can't swim. But he's gathered a crew. And together, they'll seek the legendary treasure of Gold Roger. Things are gonna get a little strange along the way. Who is that rubber boy? One Piece. Premieres Saturday, April 23rd from 10 to 11 p.m. Don't let this Straw Hat fool you. Only Toonami.
So starting things, what's next for the story of the Straw Hats? Next big arc is ELBAF, and that's where we're going to go after Wano. But that doesn't mean that the next island is going to be ELBAF. Like Wano, I feel like there's going to be a few islands that the Straw Hats is going to before they even hit the land of the giants. How many? I don't know. It could be 3, then ELBAF, like how Wano had Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Zoe, and then Whole Cake. But it could be less since we're kind of at the end game apparently. So to play it safe, I'm going to say 2 islands and maybe a mini island arc. You never know. With one of them being the Sabo rescue arc at Reverie. And I believe that's going to be one of the main reasons why the Straw Hats go to ELBAF. The way I see it, if the Straw Hats go to the Holy Land Reverie, they're going to go get the Grand Fleet for backup. And do you know who was in the fleet? Hyruting, a giant from ELBAF, who's vowed his life to Usopp during Dressrosa. Imagine a scene where Usopp gets saved by Hyruting, and not only him, he brings the rest of the giant pirate warriors with him, and he mentioned that he also brings some familiar faces. How amazing would it be if Hyruting picked up Dory and Brody? Might as well bring up Amo and Kashi. That chapter alone would be one to go in the books. And have it one of the stepping stones, like have one of them tell Usopp that not to give up and remember that you wanted to go to ELBAF. So that alone can have Usopp motivated till ELBAF. And if you really want to get serious with the story, we could have Dory or Broggy die. I'm sorry to have a self-sacrifice, but if we really want to have Usopp have that mindset to go to ELBAF and get that much needed power up that the community wants, I feel like Dory or Broggy sacrificing themselves to save Usopp and have him remind Usopp like, you know, you have to go to ELBAF for us. I feel like that would be one of the major stepping stones in the story. As for what happens when we get to ELBAF, that's up to debate. The way I see it, we can finally have a family connection with Usopp and Nolan. And I know this will be the 3rd time we do this. First with Sanji being a Vinsmoke, and then with Zoro being from Eastside Wano, but Nolan being a distant relative to Usopp is something that we need. Not only Usopp lied about it to the Totadas, it's Usopp's thing. He lies and it happens. He lies and it happens. So finding out that Nolan is one of his ancestors is something that has to happen at this point. And it has to happen in ELBAF. Maybe have Nolan be one of the original residents of ELBAF. Maybe have him a little house there. and maybe he has some notes there that somewhat brings up the village history in the East, you know, like Syrup Village. Something like that can work. And with Usopp learning that he's related to Nolan, a brave warrior, something that Usopp thrives to be, can be a huge boost for his character development. I can see that happening, but that's as far as we could get for Nolan. I don't really see him leaving a weapon or like a power boost, maybe. Just the whole leaving notes there and talking about Syrup Village and being related to Usopp, that's the most I could see Nolan bringing to the table. But that's enough family connections. Let's talk about the actual power-up that Usopp might get from ELBAF. First, we need to talk about the boost in Haki Usopp will get. And that's something that a lot of us in the fandom wants him to get, is mastery of observation Haki. And it's a fair wish, you know, him being the sniper of the Straw Hats. And if we're already at the end game, his most anticipated fight is going to be with Van Argel from the Blackbeard Pirates. And from what we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that Van Argel is probably the #1 top tier observation Haki user in the One Piece universe. But I don't think it's going to be that cut and dry than we think. Usopp is going to get observation Haki, no duh. But I don't think that's going to be what aids him in the fight. You see, when it comes to Usopp in a battle, what's he known for? His wits and tactics. So with that, I want to tackle the Usopp getting Thor's hammer theory. So before you click off, let me explain. So in ELBAF, it's heavily involved with Norse mythology. God Oda himself loves using mythology for each arc and different cultures. That's what's one of the great things about One Piece. It's world building. It's not just cut and dry. Like at Dressrosa, that was, you know, inspired by Spain, Wano, feudal Japan, etc, etc. So ELBAF is going to be Norse mythology based. And one of the most popular gods is Thor, god of thunder. And the only connection we have from this is Usopp likes to use hammers during battles. In the Battle of Arlong Park and his 10-ton hammer move they used on Perona. So it wouldn't be crazy for him to obtain Thor's hammer. And there's a way he could actually get it, either from gaining the trust of the giants so much that they gift him the gift of gods, Thor's hammer, or have it like a scene from Avengers where Thor's hammer's being in the middle of ELBAF and all the Straw Hats trying to lift it and having Usopp lift it with ease. Imagine that scene where all the Straw Hats physically try to lift up this hammer and they can't, and Usopp's like, oh, I'm just gonna be myself, and bam, he picks it up. Or we have a scene that all the Straw Hats try to do it, especially Usopp, like they all fail, and then during the big battle, Usopp gets thrown next to the hammer and he lifts it up because he was deemed worthy by Mjolnir. And with Thor's hammer, I can easily see a combo move with Nami and Zeus laying out a ultimate thunderstorm rivaling Enel's Devil Fruit with Thor's hammer. Other way I could see it is Usopp needing it to defeat Loki. I believe Loki is going to be one of Usopp's greatest battles in ELBAF, where Usopp is using everything he has, unlocking observation Haki just to battle Loki, and at the end getting Thor's hammer for the last blow. Kind of think of it of Zoro and Enma, but a other power up. Next up, I want to talk about Usopp getting the Eyes of Heimdall, and this can go one or two ways. One way is having Usopp swap his eyes with Heimdall to further advance his observation Haki. But the thing is, I don't think having a scene where Law operates on Usopp would be something Usopp would do. It would be a cool scene, but I think what we can see is having Heimdall be in very old observation Haki master, having Heimdall be alive during the story and being a master of observation, because in Norse mythology itself, he has future sight. And in One Piece, we have Katakuri with his advanced observation. So who can say we can't have someone else that has advancement or even higher teaching Usopp further advance his haki? Also, we can see him get armament haki with the giants. You know, with giants being particularly way stronger than humans, so having Usopp train with the giants and with Hamdao at top of that could advance his armament / observation haki. But another thing we can see more in ELBAF is the defeat of Big Mom. And I know she's currently fighting Law and Kid and Wano, but I don't think she's going to die there. I think she's going to retreat before losing to Law and Kid and meet up with the rest of the Big Mom pirates. And while the Straw Hats and everyone else is escaping, Big Mom is going to chase them down to ELBAF as a last-ditch effort for being embarrassed by all what's happened. So we can see a broken and crazier Big Mom in ELBAF and have it be her last battle as a Yonko, or possibly dying either by Luffy, Usopp, or hell, even both. And with her history in ELBAF and Usopp wanting to visit ELBAF can be a huge plot device in Usopp's Zenkai boost. But I'm not Oda, and the way it seems, there's a 50-50 chance we can actually see ELBAF. Hopefully we do, to get Usopp to beyond God level. Like, imagine after ELBAF, Usopp is the second highest bounty in the Straw Hats. I mean, it's not like he hasn't gotten a higher bounty before, but what do you all think? Do you think we'll see ELBAF before the story ends? And would Usopp even get a Zenkai boost from it? Let me know down in the comments. Let's discuss this. If you guys want a part 2 of this video, I would love to talk about Usopp. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more One Piece. And yeah, peace.